Hello, John Birch for LoveShift, and today I'd like to do a little demonstration of what we call the 500 to 1 disadvantage. What this is trying to demonstrate is that we have an extremely challenging evolutionary predicament here on Earth. And if we look at the reasons why that has happened, maybe we'd have a better chance to make a successful response. If you look at the evolution of consciousness and the species which have been successful at responding to Earth's conditions, which are successful species, one very glaring statistic comes out, and that is that the minimum number of years that every single species has needed, every elm tree, every giraffe, every rat, and every shark, every single species, and every lily pad have needed 100 million years minimum in order to become adapted to Earth's conditions. Humans have been around 200,000 years. If you divide 200,000 into 100 million, you discover that we have a 500 to 1 disadvantage. So as you study the predicament, the first thing you notice is that the human is up against a real time-based challenge. If the journey to maturation were across the entire United States, if we called that 5,000 miles, and we started at Santa Monica as if we're heading up toward Maine, something like that, we are still just 10 miles into the journey. Another way to look at this would be to say, when we allow a person to drive a car, which is at age 16, 16 is a little over 5,000 days, and you would never give the keys to the car to a 10-day-old baby or a 13-year-old baby that just came home from the hospital. In our case, this 13-day-old baby is driving the car with a nuclear bomb in the trunk. That's why we make such horrible decisions on Earth with the genocides, with all these problems, with our lack of responsibility, because one reason being we haven't been around long enough. Now, as you can see, I have 3 other numbers here, and as we continue to look at our predicament, unfortunately, the situation actually gets worse. The second problem we have here is that of all the species which have become successful, it turns out that 99% of them are no longer here. Even if they are successful, eventually they become extinct. So that's another 100 to 1 challenge. The biggest problem then time-wise is this. We have to make up that difference in the number of years between 200,000 and 100 million. We have to make up that difference now within about 10 to maybe at the most 50 years. Our situation has become critical. And if you think these 3 issues are challenging, the 4th one I'm going to mention is actually worse than these 3 combined. The 4th problem is that we have to make the response and the adaptation as a group. We have become a collection of beings, and because of that, we are not going to be successful individually. We have to make a group response. The problem is that group response is very difficult. If you want examples of how much inertia a group can have, look at the Civil War, look at the Holocaust, look at the Cabbage Patch Kids or the fashion industry, look at any of the gross global events, those collective events that we know about, and study them a little bit, and you will see even the Cold War with the former Soviet Union, and you will see how much inertia group thinking has. So this predicament here is really a challenge for us humans. Now, what are we going to do? And that's a really big question. And unfortunately, I think most of the responses now that people have are symptomatic. They actually are going to say, well, we're going to fix this by fixing the symptom. If you go to fix the symptom, meaning that you fix the expression of the problem without fixing the root cause. You get an extremely low grade solution. We call these solutions TUCAs, Temporary Unwanted Condition Abatement Solutions. And temporary unwanted condition abatement solutions are very expensive. The solution to this problem is actually to go over toward a solution set that is in the levels of prevention, in the levels of education, and get over here in the levels of culture. Prevention and evolution, education and culture are much, much more efficient places for us to solve our problems. They actually, each one of them is an order of magnitude more efficient than correction. Correction is the worst solution set possible. We need, if we're going to offset this set of problems up here, we need solutions at the level of identity, relationship, culture, worldview, prevention, maybe in education. I'm just giving them to you off the top of my head. These are golden. These solutions are lasting. These solutions give you much more bang for your buck. If we stay up there in the solution area that is symptom-based, we are going to eventually run out of time and run out of money. So at LoveShift, www.loveshift.com, we say let's get together and form a global community. Let's use our thinking collectively. Let's work on this together. This is where the solution lies that's going to be able to offset this set of problems that we described earlier. If you have an interest in this, a suggestion would be go to LoveShift.com or iLoveShift.com and explore. We have places there for you to leave comments. We'd love to hear what you have to say. We're going to have to work this out together. We do not have all the answers, that's for sure. We are not sure exactly what the next step is. So please go to LoveShift.com and give us your thinking and contribute. Thank you.